Hello, welcome to Chapter 1. This is an introduction before Mathematics as a Language entitled Mathematics as a Study of Patterns. Mathematics as a study of patterns involves identifying, analyzing, and describing regularities or relationships between numbers, shapes, structures, and other mathematical objects. This can be found in mathematical concepts as patterns, can be seen in sequences, series, geometric figures, equations, and functions. Functions, especially for instance, are mostly described as a machine with an input and an output. Whenever you input something, a number, it will always output based on its function. So if, for example, let's say I have f of x is equal to 2 plus x, any number I input will always have 2 added to it, even if that number was, let's say, f of negative 1. The answer would become 2 minus 1, which would be 1. And for any number that you input, this will always be the case wherein there will always be 2 added to it, and this can be a pattern that can be observed. Now, where can we find math in patterns? In certain literature, such as this book entitled A Mathematician's Lament by Paul Lockhart. Lockhart is a mathematician, an educator, and a writer, and he presents a critique of the way mathematics is typically taught in schools and argues for a more intuitive and exploratory approach to learning mathematics. He emphasizes the importance of recognizing and appreciating patterns and beauty inherent in mathematical concepts. As for instance, if a person is more well versed in mathematics, they can begin to notice certain patterns, hence the name of this section, certain patterns in different things in life, such as, for instance, how typhoons may behave. Soon in the future, we might be able to find equations that can explain the patterns of wind, even though as they are sporadic. This is a widely cited and influential work that explains the concept in depth. Additionally, numerous other mathematics educators and scholars have written about the role of patterns in mathematics, further supporting this idea. Now, some practical applications of mathematical patterns. Companies, for instance, gather data from their customers to analyze patterns, behavioral trends, such as these repeating behaviors, in order to adjust to them. This may be the case with the very famous Cambridge Analytica, and how it was able to manipulate voters who were still undecided by giving them advertisements for the parties that were funding Cambridge. In addition to this, certain artificial intelligence are able to learn from observing patterns, as is the case of machine learning.